SMNI Foundation with China Embassy Partnership. With China Embassy Partnership and SMNI Foundation, I have with me a memorandum of agreement with the Embassy of the People's Republic of China and SMNI Foundation. This is with respect to the basketball court financed by the embassy in Davao City and Dagami, Leyte. This project is part of Chinese Embassy's initiative for people-to-people exchanges with the Filipino community. Iba po yun. But with respect to SMNI and CGTN, this is with respect to the collaboration of SMNI and China State TV, CGTN, following the executive meeting in Beijing, China, last July 2023. The partnership of SMNI and CGTN will allow both parties to share only news videos that can be aired in each platform. CGTN has correspondents in different parts of the world, and through this partnership, they can also report SMNI, especially in international breaking news. On the other hand, SMNI will provide packaged news coverage. This is similar to the practice when subscribing to other international news agencies, such as Reuters, Associated Press, CNN,
Mr. Chair.
and
Mr. Chair.
Donor,
Before Attorney Tolentino continues his statement, I just would like to remind him he's under oath. And therefore, he must speak the truth in this committee. Because if not, I'll be compelled to move to make a motion to declare him in contempt of this committee.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Chair. Yes, before we let Attorney Tolentino continue, I think in that meeting, if I recall correctly, we can ask the stenographers to check the records of the meeting. Hindi po niya sinabi that there were two separate agreements. Ang tanda ko po, ang sinabi niya, walang agreement yung CGTN with SMNI News at isa lang ang agreement na yun po ay yung sa Chinese Embassy at SMNI Foundation. Pero ngayon po, sinasabi po niya, dalawa po yung agreement. So please, to our stenographers, kindly check kung tama po yung recollection ko doon sa meeting na yon. Kasi yun po ang tanda ko. So magkaiba po yung sinasabi ngayon na dalawa yung agreement, magkaiba rin yung sinasabi noong nakaraang hearing na isa lang po yung agreement. So, pero habang sinecheck po ng ating secretariat yan, ang mabuti lang po, humingi na lang po tayo ng kopya ng agreement ng SMNI News tsaka ng CGTN. But still, before the end of the meeting, I would like to read the transcribed version so that we will know if he really said that there were two o ang sabi niya doon.
Request by the Honorable Chanco for copies of what you are reading, those two. May I ask the page to please get a copy of what Attorney Tolentino is reading? May we have a copy while you're reading it?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, in the spirit of
the Honorable Dan
in the spirit of fairness, may we allow the resource speaker to recollect his statement in the last hearing, thereby asking him to find out for himself kung he mentioned those statement that was mentioned by Congressman Toby. In that case, we will be proceeding with our hearing para makatipid po tayo sa oras.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Kasi I also believe that you mentioned that statement, Mr. Chairman.
Can I make a
well, may I have the other agreement? Because there were two agreements that you mentioned.
Can I make a clarification, Mr. Chairman?
I'm sorry?
Can I make a clarification?
Yes, but can we have another copy? You mentioned of two agreements.
I only mentioned one agreement, Mr. Chairman.
No, you mentioned that there's a foundation and there is
Can I finish my statement, Mr. Chairman?
Okay, please.
The agreement is only between SMNA Foundation and Chinese Embassy Partnership with respect to the basketball court in Davao City and Dagami, Leyte. With respect to the SMNI and CGTN, there is no written agreement yet. It's still in the process of negotiation.
Okay. So we have a copy in our possession of the agreement of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in the Republic of the Philippines and SMNI Foundation.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So you confirm
Yes,
that
Mr.
this
Chairman.
is a copy, a true copy.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And you're saying now that the second agreement does not have anything in writing.
Yes, Mr. Chair. It's still on the process of negotiation.
Okay. So, the Honorable Chanco, you still have the floor.
Yes, that's okay. I will just coordinate the committee secretariat with regards to the transcript. And you can proceed, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes,
Again,
Attorney Tolentino.
Mr. Chair, with respect to the other issue, Mr. Chair, subject to the constitutional rights and laws, Mr. Chair, and for the spirit of Christmas and humanitarian reason, Mr. Chair, I'd like to request this honorable committee through the chair that my two clients, Ka Eric Celis and Dr. Lorraine Badoy, be released from detention, Mr. Chair, with undertaking that they will write a formal letter to this honorable committee through the chairman about this request, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Attorney Tolentino. We will await those letters. We're in receipt of one, but we still don't have another one. So anyway, we will go to the at the proper time. I will be calling on you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
you very
before
much,
we
Attorney.
proceed,
Yes.
may I ask, sino po yung nagsulat? Dalawa yung kinontem po natin, si Celis and si Badoy.
Yes, on,
Sino na po ba nagsulat requesting for reconsideration?
Yes,
well,
we are still writing it,
we
Mr. Chair.
are in receipt this morning of a letter from Ka Eric Celis, and we will read this later. No, we will have to proceed with the hearing,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
and after we have tackled, we will go to the portion where we will be discussing this. Thank you
So,
very much.
Mr. Chair, for clarification purposes, we only have one letter at the moment. that has
Yes,
been
we do
received.
have. We only have one.
So wala
letter.
pa tayong letter coming from Badoy.
Opo, wala pa po tayong
Okay,
letter
thank you,
doon.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. So, the Honorable Toby,
Client, he has to be released on the issue of constitutional right. I'd like to remind him that what we're doing here is also our constitutional right.
Yes,
Attorney Tolentino.
we agree with that, Mr. Chair.
And therefore, you ought to reform your request.
Yes,
Because look, if you're telling us that they have their own constitutional, we have our own also here.
We
And what
agree
we're
with that.
doing right now is our constitutional right.
I'd
And
like to
therefore, you
reform-
ought to reform your statement.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Can I reform my statement, Mr. Chair?
okay, we will go there later, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
But the Honorable Benny Abante, you still have the floor for any interpretation on the bill of the Honorable Ming Zograles.
Mr. Chair, what I just would like to raise is that I think Madam Badoy made a statement that the House of Representatives is infiltrated with communist elements. I know that they can be able to answer it. Perhaps our lawyer here could be able to answer that. Why did she make that statement?
That's why, Mr. Chair, if our request will be granted, they're willing to answer that, Mr. Chair, because they have personal knowledge about the question, Mr. Chair.
So,
Chair, I'm
in
going to
short,
have-
you do not have any, you can explain.
The best person to answer that, Mr. Chair, is Dr. Lorraine Badoy and Ka Eric Celis with respect to the terrorist issues, Mr. Chair, or the NPA or communist issue, Mr. Chair.
May I just ask, are you still lawyering for them? You were a hard lawyer in the last hearing. Are you still going to lawyer for them today?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so does that also go with Attorney Rex Suplico?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so now, Honorable Abante,
Yeah, Mr. Chair,
you still have the floor.
sa akin in the spirit of the season, you would like them to be released also. But when you begin to make statements like that, accusing the House of Representatives to have communist elements here, well, that would be a very big accusation that this House cannot accept, Mr. Chair. I'm going to continue later on with my interpellation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Benny Abante. We now go to the third interpreter, the Honorable Daniel Manuel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang umaga po sa lahat.
Magandang umaga.
Yes, Mr. Chair, ang tanong ka related din doon sa partnership ng SMNI sa Chinese State Media Network na Chinese Global Television Network o CGTN. Mr. Chair, may ipapa-flash po sana tayo na ilan sa mga na-observe din natin regarding this partnership kasi meron pong isang tweet ang account na SMNI News sa platform na X, which is formerly Twitter, announcing this deal. Ang sabi po doon sa tweet, at kung maaari po ay may flash din ito, and I quote, "Isang partnership deal ang nakatakdang isapinal sa pagitan ng SMNI News at ng China Global Television Network or CGTN para sa pagbabalita." End of quote. Tapos Mr. Chair, sa ilalim po nun ay yung link sa website ng SMNI News. That would be smninewschannel.com. Ito po ay na-tweet noong July 18, 2023. Ayan, may ifa-flash na po ba natin? Ayan. Sige, well, naantay po natin, Mr. Chair, para din ma-explain ko ang nilalaman nitong nakita po natin. So, part po ng tweet ay yung link. So, kung i-click po yung link, dapat makikita ang news item ng SMNI to further explain ano ang partnership deal. Pero, Mr. Chair, pag na-click na po ang link, ang lalabas na po ay yung error na mensahe, 404, oops, that page cannot be found. So, Mr. Chair, may we know bakit po hindi na makita ang ganitong web page sa smninewschannel.com?
Mr. Chair, can I ask if it is Facebook, YouTube, TikTok? May I know what platform is that, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, I just mentioned na may tweet po sa X, which is formerly Twitter, tapos may link po ng page, pero ang link po mismo pag ini-click, ang lalabas po ay wala na ang page.
To the best of my knowledge, Mr. Chair, the Facebook, the Twitter, YouTube, tinanggal nila ang SMNI, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, ito po ay sa page mismo ng SMNI. It's smninewschannel.com. So, Mr. Chair, ang tanging may control po nito ay SMNI, hindi po ang ibang mga social media companies or platforms.
Answer this correctly. Please introduce yourself and what position do you hold?
I'm Cristina San Pedro, Mr. Chair, a part of the BOD but also involved in operations at SMNI.
Please,
Thank you.
please
Mr. Chair.
answer.
Okay. Maybe the Honorable Raul Manuel was saying, the link that he was saying was because most of our videos on our website before was hosted by YouTube, and since our YouTube
Mr. Chair, allow me to
channel is
interrupt.
certain now.
Hindi po connected ang inyong website sa YouTube.
Hosting.
Mr. Chair, kasi baka malito po ang committee na ito dahil again, ang website po na ito ay mismo nasa news channel or ibig sabihin, nasa website mismo ng SMNI and no other entity has control of that website except SMNI. So, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kung na-take down ang page na ito, it would be SMNI that took it down. So, ang tanong po natin, bakit hindi na available ang ganitong news item which is supposed to explain that tweet regarding the partnership of SMNI and CGTN?
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Is this your first time to attend the hearing, ma'am?
I was here sa first hearing po. It's not my first, Your Honor.
Were you part of the
No,
group that received the oath?
Just today, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so can you please rise and I direct the COMSEC to administer the oath to a member of the board of directors of SMNI?
Please stand and raise your right hand.
Kung sino pa ho nandito na naimbitahan na galing po sa SMNI na bagong imbita, please sabay-sabay na po kayo tumayo.
May I call on Ms. Hannah Jane Sancho, Ms. Cristina San Pedro, Ms. Lodevia Ayang, Ms. Loris Nepomuceno, Brother Marlon Acobo, and from the AMLAC we have Governor Eli Remolana. From the NLRC, may I ask Mr. Presiding Commissioner Victor Abisilia, and from BIR, Ms. Marilu S. Nebit, to take their oath. Please raise your right hand.
May I point out, Mr. Chairman, that the representatives of the Anti-Money Laundering Council are Attorneys Romeo Raymond Santos, that is me, Attorney William Russell S. Malang, and Attorney Jeffrey Alejo.
May we also ask all of the AMLAC to please rise. Thank you. Kung meron pa ho nandito na hindi pa ho na naimbitahan na hindi pa ho na-administer ang oath, kayo na rin po. Kung meron pa po. Okay.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this congressional inquiry, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sa mga panauhin. So, we now proceed. Please reply to the question raised by the Honorable Manuel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To the best of my knowledge, we have discussed that with our technical persons that some of our videos are being hosted in YouTube, so therefore it disappears. That's as far as I know about disappearance of videos. for the moment, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable Manuel.
Mr. Chair, I don't think we have to be technical experts about the internet and websites para po maintindihan na hindi po katanggap-tanggap ang naging sagot. Mr. Chair, ayun po naka-flash na sa ating screen. Ayun kung pwede po ma-back para mapakita lang natin ang tweet regarding the partnership from the Twitter account. So Mr. Chair, ayan, yan po ang tweet mismo ng SMI News at andyan po yung link, yung naka-blue. Tapos po, kapag i-click na po ang link, ayan, so pwede na pong next, yan po ang lalabas. So again, that website is by SMI News itself. The page that is supposed to contain the news na nandun sa tweet is hosted by the SMNI website. So, Mr. Chair, maybe we can hear for one last time kung meron pong ibang paliwanag. Kasi kung wala pong ibang paliwanag, then we can only conclude for ourselves kung bakit tinanggal na iyan ng SMNI.
Again, Mr. Chair, if we go back to the tweet that the Honorable Manuel is pointing out, it says that isa sa pinal po. So it doesn't mean na even na wala po yung video, which we cannot also know right now kung ano po yung pinapoint out niya na video. Ang sinabi po ng tweet ay isa sa pinal. So ibig sabihin po yung sinasabi po ni Attorney Mark kanina na ongoing po yung transaction. Wala pa pong nangyayaring final na transaction with CGTN. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chair, the resource person is not answering the question. We are actually not referring to any video which is hosted by some other platform like YouTube or iba pa. Ang nasa link po ay mismo galing sa SMNI. And clearly, gusto nating i-establish ang fact na tinake down ng SMNI ang sarili nilang balita to explain the details of that partnership with the CGTN. So,
Ma'am, please reply. Tinanggal niyo ba o inalis niyo ba?
Mr. Chair, wala po akong personal knowledge. Kung yan po ay tinake down, yun po ang to the best of my knowledge na ma-i-explain ko na napagmitingan namin ng IT before pa way back kung bakit nawawala yung iba namin mga videos.
Sino pwede mag-explain ito? Kung hindi ko kayo ang board of directors, hindi ba dapat yung mga lahat yan, yung mga technical, mag-explain sa inyo kung ano nangyayari sa inyong website at ang inyong mga tweets?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. So yun po.
Is there a way you can ask that now? And I'll get back to you later.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay? And I know si Attorney Rolex, kino-coach ka rin yan. Kaya, Attorney, baka pwedeng patawagin po natin at malaman po natin para matapos na po itong mga issue ko din. Maghihiling na naman ako para lang pag-usapan po yung mga issue yan. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Salamat, Attorney. Ang ginagalang na Attorney Rolex Suplico.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Isang elementary pa lang ako, binabasa ko na yan. Nasa dyaryo. Ngayon, kasama ko na. Okay. At roommate ni Congressman Dan Fernandez na inamin ni Congressman Dan. Ang ganyan, yan ay ibang usapan yan, ha? Kung ano pong, at saka may relationship kayo, binanggit mo, no? So, babanggitin natin. Gusto ko malaman ang klase relationship yan, Kong Dan. Okay. We now proceed. The Commonwealth has the floor. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So dahil po apparently ay na-take down ang news item na ito, galing mismo sa SMNI, they posted it and then tinake down din po nila. So tatanungin na lang din po natin ang mga detalye. So dun po sa partnership ng SMNI News tsaka CGTN ay aside dun sa video sharing, ibig sabihin po ba noon, the Chinese media can feed us with videos na pwede nating i-play dito and the other way around? Ano po ang terms na gustong ma-achieve ng agreement ng dalawa?
To whom?
To anyone po,
Anyone.
SMNI.
Yes, ma'am. Kayo pa rin.
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you may.
Ang natatangi po na magiging laman po ng agreement na yan ay kung mayroon po silang video footage na gusto namin na gamitin sa aming balita, ay pwede po namin gamitin at hindi po nila kami pwedeng diktahan kung anong balita ang aming ipapalabas. The same goes with them. Katulad rin po yan ng subscription sa routers, yung pinapaliwanag po kanina ni Attorney Mark. Ganun lang po, Your Honor. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, dahil nga isa sa mga issue na mahalaga din at dapat nga ay may active role ang lahat ng mga Pilipino ay ang pagdepensa ng West Philippine Sea. So, Mr. Chair, so far, may mga napapublish po ba na mga balita ang SMNI in connection to the issue of the West Philippine Sea?
Ma'am, who will reply? Yes. Please state your name.
Good morning,
and
sir.
position.
Hannah Sancho, SMNI po. Member po ng BOD and kasama din po sa operations ng SMNI. Kung ano po yung mga balita po na nakukuha ng mga reporters namin with regards po sa issue po ng West Philippine Sea ay binabalita po namin po.
So, Mr. Chair, how often ang coverage ng SMNI regarding what is happening in the West Philippine Sea?
Please proceed.
Your Honor,
Yes, please reply.
whenever magkakaroon po ng press conference na pinapatawag po ang Department of Defense or Philippine Coast Guard in relations po sa West Philippine Sea,